Okay guys, so I'm at Cabela's and I ordered a rod, and I'm going to tell you this little secret. Only me and a handful of my friends know about it. A lot of the pan fishing we do consist of ice fishing gear and even tactics. The rod that I like to use, well, used to use, is called a Jason Mitchell meat stick. Well, they've discontinued them. I usually have to get one about every year. Sometimes I can get one to last a couple of years, but they don't really last that long. They're so delicate. You have to be very careful with them. They have a sanded glass tip, and that is wherein lies the secret, is that tip. It is so sensitive. If a crappie just coughs on it, that tip will move. And so there's no line watching, there's no looking or feeling. There's just, all you have to do is watch the tip. A lot of guys, it's vertical jigging is what I'm talking about. Me for crappie, but really for any panfish. But it's vertical jigging and small jigs, 32nd ounce, 100th ounce, 64th ounce, you know, small soft plastics most of the time, like a single tail grub type plastic, like a Bobby Garland. And you can really rack up on these fish using this gear. I use the 48-inch rod, and most ice fishermen, if they get a 48-inch rod, they're using it for running and gunning. They're running from hole to hole trying to find fish. Most guys that are anchored down in a shanty that aren't doing a lot of moving, they're using the shorter rod. So it's kind of hard to find an ice rod that's 48 inches, but you can get these rods in 48 inches. Well, the new rods, they actually don't make the meat stick anymore. Now I think it's called the dead stick or the dead meat stick or something. Anyways, I ordered one. I'm about to walk in Cabela's now to pick it up, and hopefully it is as good as the meat stick was. It's just a cool rod. It's got this little sanded glass tip on it. It's like yellow and red, and I mean, literally, if a crappie coughs on it, that tip moves and you know it's time to set the hook. Another thing the guys will use is like a Mitchell 308, a spinning reel that will click, you know, the older ones, as you're reeling it, click, 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 click. And a lot of guys think that that sound or that vibration from that clicking attracts the fish. I don't really get into that. I use a Tikka Cetus 500 GV. They're around $35, but I love the profile of those reels. I love the footprint of them. They have a butter smooth drag, and they work out perfectly for me. I use 4-pound line. I used to use 2-pound line sometimes in the winter, and I would go down to a 64th ounce jig, but for the most part I use a 32nd ounce jig, 4-pound line, a good limp 4-pound line. I like copolymers. I like to go with like a Maxima Ultra Green, really just any limp line. You know, you don't want to get like a Berkeley XT or a what is the other one, a Trilene XL would be great. The red box, the XL stands for extra limp. So you want a good, strong limp line, and like a 32nd ounce jig head with a single tail style, Bobby Garland style grub, soft plastic. And you get you one of these rods, and the only bad thing is they're only 48 inches, so you had it pretty close to the dock to vertical jig them. So you're not going to be able to like set back and, you know, with a 10, 12, 14, even 16 foot rod I've seen guys use, where you can just actually stick the rod way up into a dock and get in between the dock and the boat and get those crappie that are on up in like boat slips and stuff like that. So this rod's not going to help you with that. But this rod, to vertical jig this rod around docks, is just something. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's go in, let's get the rod. Hopefully it's as good. I get it shipped to the store. The reason I do that is just in case it's broke, because these rods are very delicate and a lot of times they'll get broken shipping. I have it shipped to the store. That way if I pick it up, I'll go ahead and open the box, and it's broke, I just have them ship it back. So let's go ahead and check it out, and might even take it out today and show you how this thing works.
Just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. Friend me, any me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. Friend me.
It's a little small fishing rod.
Okay. got your ID on, sir?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you don't have to pull it out. Just let it sit down. All right, you're good.
Mind if I go ahead and open it, just
Oh,
to make
yeah,
sure
of
it's
course.
not broken?
Yeah.
That's why I have it shipped to the store. That way, if it's broken, I can just have you guys ship it back.
Yeah.
It is good. Thank you.
All right. Yes, sir. You have a good day.
You too. You wouldn't dispose of that box for me, would you?
Oh, I got you. Yeah. No problem.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this looks good.